Hey, good evening, everybody. This is 84 Performance. Just gonna do a quick update on the car and what I was doing today. So the initial plan was either yesterday or today to start doing some exterior little rust spot repair. So taking a little wire wheel and pulling trim off and just doing a little bit of cleaning, and then doing some like Scotch pad last touch cleanup and then prime it. But yeah, yesterday was freezing. It was like 11 or between 10 and 20 degrees. Today it's just raining, so obviously not going to do that. So I ended up pulling out the carpeting. And yeah, so I'm going to show you the little bit that was left over. There's a few little pieces there because it was kind of just crumbled. Yeah, so I knew there was going to be rust because the underside of the passenger floor was sagging. Where was it? So it was already sagging, so I knew it was rusted. A really common rust point. This is a little bit of rust. I was like, whatever. It's just the rear of the passenger side, no biggie. Then as I worked my way through it, there's little spots of rust going through. No biggie, clean that up. I got to the floor of the front, and I mean, I guess there can't be any rust in a hole, so I guess it's not that bad. So whatever, welding the floor. The saving grace of the where the rust is that it's not at the actual, frame of the unibody, the main structural sections of the unibody. It sucks, absolutely. Come around to the driver's side. So driver's side's a little bit different. So the floor in the back's not as bad. If you press down on it, you 110% feel that it wants to give out. And if you look underneath, you see that it's going to want to give out. So that's going to get cut out and refinished and rewelded. Then I go to the midsection in between where the rails are, and there's a little bit of surface rust here and there. Inside, there's a little bit more. See if I can get the camera to show it. A little bit more rust inside under there, which I can probably get to. It push come to shove, I'll cut out a section and then weld it back in, and it'll be fine. But yeah, as you can see, a little bit more fucking rust where my feet are supposed to be. I could Fred Flintstone it. I guess that's an option. I knew there was gonna be rust right under the accelerator. This is the one part where it does actually get to the structural part of it. It's above the structural part, so it's not the structure itself. I mean, there is some rust on the structure itself. But yeah, so a whole section of this floor. So let me go back to wide and kind of try to hold my light a little bit and camera out of the way. So I'm gonna essentially cut out each section of the floor on both sides and weld in the flooring in place of that. Downside, I had a seat kind of lined up that I was going to trade for, that I was going to slap in the driver's spot, because I was like, it's not that bad, I'll at least be able to mount a seat and move it around a little bit. Not until I kind of deal with the elephant in the room, or the rust in the floor. So that's going to be the primary thing. I'm still going to pull the motor out and get working on rebuilding that and have content for that. But yeah, so that's the current state of this. So at some point, maybe by the end of the year, by the end of the year, I'll have cut out the sections of the floor. Maybe by the end of the year, I will have stuff ready to start welding. I mean, I'm going to prep it for weld and then kind of just seal it up and go back over it when it's time to weld it. But for now, it's kind of just fucked. So yeah, that's the current state of the car. Still have that panel out. The plan right now is I'm going to take some measurements and cut and fit just a flat or quote unquote flat panel to it, so not going to be OEM. I'm not sure what material I'll use for it, but yeah, it's gonna, first things first is start doing the rust cleanup so it doesn't spread quite as bad. The back doesn't have a whole lot. So yeah, I'll be doing that probably tomorrow or Friday if the weather's good. I will open up the trunk, access the fuel tank, either access it or drop it to do it, but take care of the dumping some vinegar in there and cleaning out all that old gas and then draining it. There are drain plugs on these. I think it was like a 4 or 5 mil hex that I'll show when I jack the car up. I just have to find a good point to jack it up at, and then crawl under it when it's dry. But yeah, so I'll go over that because that's a little bit more of a common thing. I mean, the rest is going to be fucking common for this shit too. But, and then the door, I'll eventually get to doing that so that it actually closes right. But yeah, so, I mean, I'm not giving up on the car. I don't have the Matt Armstrong money to where I can strip everything and do a whole actual rebuild of everything. So I'm not going to be able to do that, but I'll be able to do what I can with what I got. And you guys, the few of you and the handful of you guys that do watch, you guys will be around for it. And those of you that I know outside of my channel that continue to support watching my ramblings, y'all will see it as I go. So, yeah, I'm gonna button this up and go inside because I'm getting wet. My shoes have probably like a little hole in them because my socks are getting fucking soaked. But yeah, another real quick thing. So just like I think I'd mentioned it before, how I'm gonna do the rust repair. The little toe points are tweaked on this, so I'm gonna cut those and re-weld them into place. They're good on my parts car. That's cool. So I'm gonna cannibalize. I just made it really fucking dark, my bad, guys. Gonna cannibalize a lot of shit off of this and weld it in place of that. The headlights are actually surprisingly cleaner too on my donor car. But I digress. I'll get everything cleaned up, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in and checking out how shitty the floor is, and I'll update you guys next on Monday or on Saturday or Sunday if I have time to do an extra little video, or if I have something to share. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys next time.